If I use the metaphor of a film, we try to capture not 24 images per second, but 20 images per day to film, to capture an overview of the websites.
At any moment, someone may add a comment, another attach an image, a third include a link, and so on, in a constantly evolving environment. Storing the internet is a colossal task. The IT staff at the INA uses web robots. 25 times a day, they fetch all the images, texts, and audio files on each page of each of the 10,000 websites they follow. The internet flow is therefore captured via a series of snapshots. In 5 years, the INA engineers have gathered 25 billion files, including 7 billion web pages. This fragmented memory stored on tape will be available to historians and researchers who will one day take a look back on the world as it is today. Their job will be even more complex, in that the internet is certainly going to continue to expand all the time. Here, each site is symbolized by a point. This representation of the internet illustrates a complexity that looks similar to match what we know about the universe. The total number of existing websites reached the 1 billion mark in 2014.
A historian 1,000 years from now studying the early 21st century will have an inconceivable quantity of information available. It will therefore be much harder to sort through it and make any sense of it, given such a profusion of data.
Do we run the risk of disappearing given this immensity? Internet traffic creates a mass of data that can overwhelm our digital memory if we don't have efficient computer tools to manage them. Researchers in Venice, equipped with powerful data analysis software, have launched a mining project, much like archaeologists, of the largest paper archives in the world. Their approach is probably an example of how future historians will work, given the immense quantity of information that we are currently generating. The field of investigation is not the internet, but rather the archives of the state of Venice. Millions of documents spanning 10 centuries of the city's history are stored in 80 kilometers of shelves. It includes birth and death certificates, business registers and notarized deeds, along with other documents, both valuable and mundane. With these priceless archives, it will be possible to reconstruct, nearly day by day, the life of the city and its residents, to form a kind of Google ahead of its time. How to query such a large quantity of information? The Venice Time Machine project, begun by the City of Venice and the École Polytechnique Fédérale de Lausanne, the EPFL, is trying to answer this question.
The Venice Time Machine project aims to create new tools for navigating through the 1,000 years of Venetian and European history, based on a major digitization of the Venice archives. The idea is essentially to transform the dozens of kilometers of documents that we have into an open information system that will be accessible via new navigation interfaces.
By disassociating the document from its medium, digitization dispenses with the need to handle paper, which is heavy and bulky. In a sense, the information is suspended in a digital space. Then it can be accessed an infinite number of ways. A word or a proper noun can be found nearly instantaneously within the thousands of scattered documents.
What digital indexing of documents allows is to make interconnections that would have been impossible to do before. You are able to find all the documents that deal with a particular person, even from different